Yo guys, what is up? Dave here, coming back to you with the power of the internet. Why did I just quote Boogie2988? Ew, I never start a video that way. What is wrong with me? Maybe it's because I'm uploading this to a new platform. I'll have this on both my channels. I'll have this over on YouTube, which is TechX1320, but I also created an Odyssey account. Odyssey is a YouTube alternative. They don't have ads and stuff like that. There's cryptocurrency involved. I don't quite understand, or I haven't quite read over the entire platform, but I've had a channel over there forever and I've never used it. So I figured, you know what? Let's make a video and let's make a series that's only going to be over on Odyssey.com. So I'll leave a channel link in the top pinned comment of this video. But what I wanted to do was start basically like a Let's Play of Auto Legends and just go from level 1 all the way up to, well, I don't know, wherever this ends. If I don't end up getting views over on Odyssey, then so be it. I gave it a shot, but it never hurts to try new platforms, especially with a lot of the stuff going on in the world lately. I'm not going to get into the political stuff, but let's get through with it, or let's go with it and do the tutorial on Auto Legends. So, first of all, you start out with RJ. Hey, I'm RJ DeVera. Been racing most of my life. You could say it's in my DNA. I've been around long enough to see this scene grow from backlot meets to global stages, but at its core, it's still about the love of cars and the people who build them. That's where you come in. So we're going to basically do our first race here, which is just going to teach us the controls. Here you go. Keys are yours for now. Best way to learn is to get behind the wheel and feel it yourself. Focus on your shifts, keep it smooth, and let the car do what it's built to do. Honestly, I'm just going to kind of skip through these prompts. But yeah, so let's do our first race. Let's go for it. So you use spacebar for your rev, and then what you want to do is launch it in the green is basically the point of this tutorial. But later on in this series, we'll start talking about higher player levels and things of that nature, you know, better play styles, and we'll go from there. And I'll teach you guys how to go as fast as possible, because that's more of a shifting assistant in that green area, same with the launching, but we'll get there. I promise, we'll get there. I need to switch my audio. Hold on. Now you should be able to hear the game. I had it going through the wrong audio interface. But we're done with the first race that taught us the controls in a basic form. Spacebar for throttle, WASD, W for shift, S for downshift. Arrow keys can also shift. But now let's pick our first car. And a little bit of a heads up, at least this early on in the game. The best starter car right now is the 3000 GT. Hands down. I'm going to tell you that for a fact. So, we're going to go over to the 3000 GT. We're going to buy our first car, which is freaking cool. And we're going to see it get delivered to our garage, which I think is such a cool animation. Not being biased, I promise. But yeah, here's our first car. You will be able to click to skip through those in the future, by the way. Future update will have that ability. But as you can see right here, we're going to pick our username. I'm going to go with same as the Odyssey channel and YouTube here. TechX1320. It's a very common username to find me with anymore because pretty much everything I do is drag racing. So I might as well incorporate it. So, next up here, we need to start navigating the game's basic user interface, and we're going to go race a guy named Bronco in our new car. Now, this should be a very easy race because the 3000 GT is a little bit OP for a starter car, but let's get it going. So we're going to go up against this Subaru, and we're going to kick his butt because that's what I'm good at. And I'll explain some of the ways I race a little bit later on, but you'll see a lot of interesting choices for me. Like, I'm not shifting in the green. I might not even be shifting in the orange area. I might be shifting really early, which you would think, wouldn't that make you slower? We'll go over that. I promise. We'll go over it. But right now, this is just about documenting the player journey. And I have so much fun with this game. I really do. It's a blast to play. I mean, I like to tell people the way I feel about this game is a couple months ago, I purchased the game Forza Horizon 4 when it went on sale. And I never even installed it because I've been too busy playing Auto Legends. And I promise I'm not biased. Maybe I'm biased a little. You know, I guess depends on who you ask. Here's another familiar face if you're a part of the automotive world a little bit. Bissy Moto. Welcome to Speed Lab. He's basically introducing us to the part shop where we can purchase our visual parts, paint our car, tune our cars, dyno, and go through the performance parts. So you get to pick your first part. Now, what we're going to pick, I don't know. What are we going to pick? I'm going to go with the Rotona intake. And we level up a little bit, which is cool. And then we got to go do our next race. I believe this race is against Bronco after installing our part. So, let's get this moving. Back on the track. Once again, going up against Bronco. He should still be an easy win, at least for me. So, here we go. And like I said, easy win. You know, it just is what it is, right? God, we smashed. Over here doing 18-second quarter miles like it's nobody's business. 14.1s is what we're running in this thing. Pretty awesome. So, now we get to do our next task. And one thing I want to do real quick is we're going to go over... Anyway, campaign. We get to claim the nitrous unlock. So now that we have completed the initial tutorial or guide through the game, we are going to claim our tutorial or claim our nitrous. So we're going to skip Legend ID because I'm using this account for strictly this content. So we're going to go install our first nitrous kit. So just like before, you click performance, click nitrous, and I want the most powerful one, which if you click the third one, it's the best one. So we're going to click that and install it. And we're going to level up again, which is awesome. Now we're at level 7, which is sick. And we actually get a little bit of freedom here. So we can go through tuning. We'll explain a lot of this stuff again at a later date. You know, you can see that we have gear ratio tuning, and it does actually explain how it works. If you click the little eye, we'll go through it again later. You could paint your car right now if you really wanted to. There's visual kit parts and stuff like that. Like you can see bumpers here. That bumper is so sick. I don't know why it doesn't have a price. That's interesting. But we can even kind of go through performance, and some stuff is unlocked for us now. So if we want to get a little bit ahead here, we can buy some of our first parts. What I like to do is actually look at the speed rating and 0 to 60 and 1/8 mile over on the left. This is a far better indication of what a part is going to do and how it's going to help you. And we just buy it, and it installs immediately. And then you'll see we have these kit parts, which these might be what you really want to go after first and foremost. These might give you the most bang for the buck right now. And you can even see how much it's going to be. It's going to be roughly 7,000. We have 9,000. This Stage 2 kit is going to save our butts. So we're just going to install the Stage 2 kit. And yeah, and there we go. That actually unlocked a lot of stuff for us. Oh, we can turbo it already? Dang. That did a lot for us. One thing I really want is I want a differential that I can play with. Please unlocks gear tuning. There it is. It's the very first one. I do have enough money. Again, I'm doing this stuff really out of order. Wow, that final gear is really wonky. However, it's OEM matching. And now we're going to go race Jen. We're going to continue this tutorial walkthrough here. But we basically get to race her in her Eclipse. Let's do it. And what you can see with these things in the bottom right-hand corner that say 1, 2, and 3, those are the keyboard keys to hit. And what you're basically doing is spamming your opponent with stickers. Oh, I might have actually fouled. So when you hit this, it actually throws a sticker and puts it on their windshield. And they basically have to get it off somehow. It only sticks there for a second, but it's kind of like an attempt to throw them off their game. It's pretty cool. It's a feature I really like. Wow, I fouled against Jen. I was excited, okay? I'm starting a new YouTube series. Come on. Well, Odyssey series? That's weird to say. I'm starting an Odyssey series. Leave me alone. Oh, man. I need some coffee, but it's way too late for coffee. It is almost 9:30. Wow. Almost 9:30. Definitely going to continue this series, though. I think this is going to be a lot of fun. So one thing, if you're in tutorial, it makes you wait until 3rd gear to use your nitrous. During the nitrous tutorial, you can realistically skip straight to 3rd. It doesn't force you to shift in a specific spot. So you can realistically shift super early and just get to 3rd and get the race over with if you really want to. Probably shouldn't tell you these weird little nuances, but that's okay. But anyway, we're at level 8. Yeah, level 8. There we go. Let's do it. 0.3. Wow, I'm really off today if I'm doing a 0.3. Anyway, next up on the chopping block for racing is Daniels. You just click that little icon. You don't actually have to do any of them, and I don't recommend it right now if you're in your starter car and only doing like 12s. So we're going to go unlock the car meetups. Car meetups are basically where you find other people to race. Car meetups are sick too. We're going to start the instant race functionality. Basically, what you need to do right here is go 13.999 or faster, which is pretty simple in the 3000 GT. Like you can see, I'm doing 12s already with that Stage 2 kit that I purchased. So, I think you'll be fine, right? We'll be fine in the 3000 GT. Anyway, let's get this over with and be done with the tutorial. And then I'll start going over some functionalities and features of the game. We'll do a couple tasks, challenge tasks, and we'll get the 3000 GT to a good speed, and we'll go from there. So, we're done with the tutorial mode now. We got a 12-second car, which is cool. We're going to claim our prize. We're up to level 10, I believe. I think we skip 9 and go straight to 10. No, we do stop at 9. But when we claim our new car, we level up to level 10. That's a small bug. It shouldn't start the animation while we're in the loading. That's okay. There we go. So it's going to deliver the car. It's a little out of order. We're working on it. Don't worry about it. But the other goal of this series is to kind of document the changes to the game. Over on YouTube, I have, or if you're watching this on YouTube, here on YouTube, I have a 26 episode playlist of the deep dives of game development for Auto Legends. And there's a lot of cool stuff in there showing the history and the development of the game so far. And I do plan on continuing that series as the game evolves. So we're going to take our 3000 GT and I'm going to kind of walk you around the game. So here you are. There's Class D cars only. These are challenge races or challenge tasks. There's a lot more things coming in the future for what you can do in these. But right now, basically, as you can see, you get a bunch of tasks, and there's actually 100 of them total. But you basically just click go to, and you do whatever the prompt here says. So, like, don't back down, meet me at 6th Street, head-to-head shootout, and win. So, basically, I have to race this guy at 6th Street and beat him. That simple. So we're going to do that real quick. And that's how you complete a task. And you get $500 per task you complete. You get 50,000 total if you complete all 100. I think it is. I'm trying to remember. I believe it's 50,000, which is pretty cool. But next up after this first race, and we claim our 500 cash, I'll show you where the achievements are, and I'll show you where like daily goals are, or daily challenges, or whatever you want to call them. Here at the race results screen, this is something that's really cool. You can actually expand it and see everything. So your reaction time, 60 foot, 330, 8th mile, 1,000 foot, quarter mile per hour, and then final is quarter mile plus reaction time, which is pretty sweet. So we beat that guy. Go back in and claim your prize. And then basically just continue going down the road. But the other stuff out here is like here's 6th Street Bridge, here is the hangars, Pomona Raceway, Fast Eddie's, Daniel's Races, Speed Lab. If you want to go and buy a new car, you go over to Fast Eddie's. So as you can see here, this is a car lot. It's a used car lot. Now, why do I call it a used car lot? Because most of these cars are, in fact, considered used. You can't buy a brand new 97 Honda Civic DX in 2025 unless it's on, like, Bring a Trailer with 100 miles on it. And even then, it's still, in the grand scheme of things, not considered new. But, you know, it's still pretty cool to see this stuff. And you can buy a whole bunch of cars. There's all different ones. Like there's the Ford Probe, the Integra GSR, O2 WRX, 3000 GT, Ford Probe. Let me see here. O5 WRX. And I think that's it for right now. Oh, we're missing Eclipse. There's no Eclipses on the car lot right now. That's unfortunate. Yeah. So pretty cool how the car lot works. And then to find races, if you want a PvP, you go to Bridge. You go to the 6th Street Bridge, and this is your car meetup. And what you can do is you can walk around here with WASD. You can turn your head, quote unquote, with Q and E, and you can see other people that are here. You can also hold right click on your mouse and walk around. There's so much you can kind of do around here, which is really sick. But like there's an example of one of the premium cars, I guess you could call it. You can call it a premium. I'll explain the Web3 aspect of this game at a later date in a different video once I give myself one of my NFT cars, because I do have one. I think I have 9. 9. I'll take 9. Anyway, yeah, there's a whole bunch of cool stuff you can do around here. You know, here's my parking spot. You can repark if you'd like. Let's say I want to go here instead. Boom. Parked. Cool. But yeah, and you can do 2 different types of races. You can do friendly races, you can bet cash, You can do public or private. If you do a public race, it puts you in a queue, and you basically get to race, and people can watch from a spectator mode. Ignore that. Ignore the data log stuff. It's for like other stuff. Anyway, as you can see, there's a whole bunch of stuff you can do around here. You can also view people's profiles. You can't view your own. Where's another real? Get over here. You can click profile. You can see their cars. The stats tab is broken at the moment. It's showing your personal stats, not their stats. But that'll be fixed again at a later date. You can view their garage and see what cars they have. It's pretty cool. You can also, if you are zoomed in, like you want to send them a challenge, hold right click and you can circle around their car. See it from different angles, which is sick. Or hit escape and you can exit out of that. Some people are bots. If they look like this with a different icon, at least for right now, if they don't have the Auto Legends logo for an icon and have a 0 here at the bottom of it, they are an NPC, and you can basically just race them for up to 1,000 cash, and that's it. Be warned, they do not balance to you. They run what they run. So if you hit, for example, Tanaka in his Subaru is going to be faster than 3,000 GTs. So, or that Corvette is going to be faster than my 3000 GT. 100%. But yeah. And the Daniels races work kind of the same way. His Civic DX might be faster than my 3000 GT. At the moment, ignore these tags at the top. They will change in the future and actually function. But yeah, so that's Auto Legends in a nutshell. The Auto Legends game guide. And we'll be back to continue my progress in the next video. So, like I said, I'm going to put this series on 2 different platforms. It's going to be over on Odyssey, and it's going to be on YouTube. Well, this episode will be on YouTube. I'll throw the next episode over on Odyssey's website only, and we'll see what happens. Maybe I'll do, like, Odyssey first, and then YouTube. I don't know. We'll figure it out. This episode will go up at the same time on both channels, though. So I'll talk to you guys later. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out.